Hello, everyone. You are welcome once again to today's lesson. And in today's lesson, we are going to continue from where we left off. However, we are going to start with what the solution to the assignment. Okay, that was given in the last what or the previous lesson. Okay, and the assignment is exactly what you can see on your screen. So this question has everything to do, if you read it critically, to do with conditional combination. Okay, you can see we are answering questions, choices, we are choosing. So obviously you know that we are dealing with what combination, but you can see if also there. So you should know that we are dealing with conditional. There is a constraint. Okay, so conditional combination. Now let's see. Okay, all right. So questions of this nature, you should always be happy when you see it. You have to meet questions of this nature with a smile. Okay, a beautiful one for that matter. All right, so now this is what we have. Okay, so we read the question as always, underline the salient part, if any. A student is to answer 6 out of 8, so you know the total, very critical. You can choose not to underline, you extract anyway. In an examination, how many ways, okay, if he must answer, okay, the first 2 questions, so first 2. Even with this one, it is highlighted, it is bold. Okay, so you should know where your particular attention should be. So quickly, we are looking at 8 questions. So my rough work, I'm going to do the rough work here and use the rough work always to explain from here. But your rough work should be here. Okay, but I said again, you can, because with this one, I don't know if you want to write 1, 2, 3 up to what 8. Each one, how many questions? So you do a lot of what rough work. Okay, but you know, you can do one, use pencil, erase where necessary. What is important is this. Okay, the rough work is basically a buffer. Okay, sort of. Okay, or something that will help you protect your marks. So let's look at the first one. He must answer the first 2 questions. So first of all, we know that we have 8 questions. So instead of writing 1, 2, 3 up to 8, I am going to use strokes, okay, to save time. So I have my questions. Okay, how many? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8. I know I need to, but you know you extract that. Given 8 questions, as you know, you always extract your total. Then A, therefore, number of ways, you know. If you like, you can come and continue or you come down to create room for your rough work. Now, the first one, the A, the condition is, okay, you must answer the first 2 questions. And remember I said, anytime you see questions of this sort, okay, make sure you break the question down using the information provided, using the condition, the constraints. So here, I am interested in the first 2 questions. So first 2 questions, okay, I do this, and the remaining questions. But I'm told that I am supposed to answer the first 2 questions, whether I like it or not. So per the condition, okay, the first 2 questions indirectly is compulsory. Okay, just as you can see, even in core math and elective math, okay, first 5 questions, core math compulsory. Okay, 8 questions relative math compulsory. So you know all that. So now what do? We are going to have with this part, question 1 and question 2. Okay, I have 2 ways of what? Of selecting the question, which would be indirectly the same as I have 2. So I'm selecting 2 questions here, but 2 questions out of what? Out of 2. So that will give me 2 combination 2 here. And now the remaining question here, I am left with how many? This will be 6 questions. But 6 questions, if I answer 2 here, in all, I'm supposed to answer, okay, 6 questions. So if I have answered, or yes, 2 questions here, I need 4 more. But the 4 more must come here, must be selected here. So it will be 6 combination what? 4. So that's exactly what she has here. Okay, and the rest, you know, this one, you don't need a calculator. Any normal combination itself is 1, 10 times. So because this one wasn't, this is just a 10. Okay, not more than a 10. Even with this 10, with 2 factors anyway, the first factor is very easy, okay, to compute. So now you use, okay, the same technique. So it's like, this is what you are looking for. So you don't use your calculator straight away, take notes. So at this point, if you continue, you are going to get 15 ways when you simplify. Okay, and even at this point, you can see that she used the expanded version. Somebody could have used 6 factorial, write the value in the numerator, 2 factorial, write the value here, 4 factorial, write the value here. Then the next one will end with this. So if you go down route, you all have the same number of steps. Okay, the step here is what will differ. I will use my calculator to get the individual numbers factorial, okay, before using my calculator to get the whole of this, which will give me what I have here. So that will be it for that of what? Of the B. Now, sorry, A, forgive me. Now let's go and look at what's the B. Okay, so for the B, I'm going to clear this because I said I will be using the same. So the condition will change. So I'm going to clear what I have there together with. So it's my point well made so far, especially those who, okay, for some reasons couldn't watch the video. It's my point well made. Don't be afraid, okay, because I said that. Yes. You are fine. Okay, great. So this is where it's going to be a little, okay, but more technical, but don't worry, you are sharp, you'll get it. Okay, so now let's look at the next one. We still have 8 questions, but this time around the condition is placed on. So we said we should answer at least 2 of the first 4. So I've told you any time you are dealing with first something, okay, what comes after the first will guide you to break your questions down. So we said first 4, so it means this one I'm breaking the question down into first 4 and last 4. Is that clear?
Yes, please.
Okay, so remember in the previous meeting, okay, in the video, I told you that at least 2, whenever you see least is trying to tell you that that is the floor. Okay, but you can go up. But even you going up with this one, there is a ceiling. Okay, you can't go up forever. You are supposed to end at a point. So at this point, this is what I mean. We are saying that at least 2. So it means it will be 2 or more. At least 2 indirectly is what? Greater than or equal to what? 2. So I will start from 2. Okay, I can answer 2 questions out of 4. I can answer 3 questions out of 4. And I can answer all the 4 questions. So 4 questions out of 4. I cannot answer 5 questions out of 4. So I won't proceed. It means this becomes the ceiling. Is that clear?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the number of questions here to answer from will be 4. Okay, if you come here, this will also be what? 4. So now, if I answer 2 questions, okay, from the first 4, obviously, how many questions am I supposed to answer in all? 6. So if I answer, okay, 2 here, it means I have to come and answer 4 in the next 4, okay, questions. So 2 will go with 4. Is that clear? Okay, and 3, if I answer 3 questions here, I have to come and answer 3 questions here because in all, I should answer 6 questions, so it to go with 3. Okay, and if I answer 4 questions here, I have to answer 2 here. Okay, remember when we move down, we will be adding. When we move this way, we'll be multiplying. So this will give us 4 combination 2, that's the first one, times, okay, 4 combination 4, and that's exactly what is here. Okay, or, so we have 3 possibilities. The first one is what I've explained. Or the second possibility will be, okay, answering 3 questions here. So it will give me 4, okay, combination 3, and I will come and answer, and end will be multiplication. I will come and answer 3 questions from 4 questions here, and that will give me 4 combination 3, and that is what is here. Is my point well made? Okay, then plus the last option, okay, will be I will answer 4 questions out of 4. So 4 combination 4, and I will come and answer what? 2 questions out of 4. So that will be 4 combination 2. Okay, so at this point, okay, the whole of this will be B2. So here you have more than what? More than 2 terms. Okay, remember the advice I said if you have more than 2 terms, okay, or even 2 terms, okay, but not less than 2 terms, please don't use your calculator straight away. So this is the situation that you can, because if we're supposed to use, okay, the simplification, okay, you know you write more, which will make your work a little clumsy. So use your calculator to deal with what you have, and by using your calculator, you end up getting 28 ways. Okay, similar analysis will be done here for the C. Okay, so for the C, please, the explanation for the B, okay, can I move on to the C?
Yes, please.
Okay, who wants me to come again? Okay, we thank God. So now, okay, we are going to look at the next one, the C. So the C, obviously the condition is going to change. Okay, so this time around is first 3. I have 4, 4. Okay, so let me deal with this. Okay, and the condition, apart from the first 3, there's another condition. So let's see, a lot of constraints there. Okay, so at most 2 of the first 3. So first 3, so your line must be drawn here. Okay, so it means I have the first 3, okay, and the next what, 5 questions. Okay, so now we said at most. Most, okay, means that is the ceiling. That's how as far as you can go. So it will be your quantity less than or equal to what? You said most 2, so it will be 2. Okay, so it will be 2 or less. You can go down, but you can't go up. So somebody can choose to write it this way, 2 or less. So it will be 2, 1, 0. Okay, or someone can write 0, 1, 2 is the same thing. You have the same, okay, numbers here. Okay, so however, if you start with 2, if I answer 2 questions here, remember in all, you are answering 6 questions. So if 2 here, then you have to answer 4 here. Always when you sum, you should get the total number of questions, which is 6 that you have. So it means this will give you 5 and this will give you 6. Is that clear?
Yes, please.
Okay, now, okay, always your possibilities, not all of them will be valid possibilities. So if it is not valid, don't write it because you know that the result will give you 0. So don't waste your time with that. That, okay, will not change your answer. So in this case, what do we do? The first one, we are going to get, let's see whether it is possible. Yes, I have 3 questions here. I can answer 2. So it will be 3 combination 2. Then times, I have 5 questions, I can answer 4. 5 combination 4. So this one is a valid one. Okay, then the second one, I have 3 questions, I can answer 1, very valid. I have 5 questions, I can answer 5, valid as well. So it will be 3 combination 1 times 5 combination 5. Okay, the last one, this side is valid. I can choose not to answer any question here, but this side will not be valid. Okay, so because I cannot have 5 questions and choose 6 from it. So it means this is valid, but this is not valid. So you don't write this, you only write these 2, which is exactly what you have here. Then you move on. At the normal circumstance, okay, this you should have used your normal way without using the calculator, but it's okay. When it is 2, immediately you realize that you have a lot of the combination. Okay, you can use your calculator. So I guess this is a calculator where the calculator value of this is this, calculator value of this is this is this, then this will give us what you have here. So you move on. Even with this one, you don't need a calculator, you don't need a calculator. The second term. Okay. Points well made, my professors.
Yes, please.
And all of them, it will be your first possibility, or that's why you can see last, your second possibility. Okay, all right. So if my point is well made, then, okay. Any questions before I bring the curtains down on this one? Is everyone okay? Okay, so please do the needful mark and you know what to do. By now, okay, there are certain things that I don't have to say, you know. It's automatic. All right, so thank you very much for a wonderful session. God bless us all.